What do you think?
It is common to have professional ethic everywhere, sir, not only here.
Good answer, right? Thank you very much. Okay, this is what, as a human, okay, highest intelligence among the animal. We are also considered animal. Okay, God created us to be the so-called the highest IQ of the animal kingdom. All right. Okay. So, being the highest level of animal kingdom, we must also develop kind of etiquette, integrity to do our job, to take care of our family, okay, to take care of the society, the country, all right. And this is where professional etiquette is a requirement, with professional integrity is a requirement. But in today's world, there is a shift of this professional etiquette because people, they do it to their own benefit. And this is happening all over the world, not only in Singapore or in India. Okay. So as a professional guy, you work in a company, how can you maintain the professional etiquette in you so that, okay, so that your colleague can talk to you with no hindrance of you in a way sabotage him, all right? So we do it professionally. People will gain the respect from you. People will respect you. People will listen to you. People will openly discuss with you instead of hidden agenda they have with you. Okay, in this in the world, all is like that. So etiquette. Let's look at it. How does it practice in project management? Okay, it's more or less the same as business management, right? What is etiquette? To the form and practice prescribed by the social convention or by authority. Okay, this is where come from your norm, your culture norm, your social norm. That means to say, you bring up in a family, for example, you bring up in an Indian family, you have this Indian way of doing things, right? And this social norm, or by the authority of your race, by your government, okay, how do you practice the etiquette, right? So as you can see in Indian movie, as you can see in the Indian movie, there's always a respect for elders. This is the ethic that you want, okay? You want to transmit to the people, to the audience. So in company also, if your boss is a boss, right? End of the day, you must show them a certain respect, because why? In a company, the company come out with the etiquette value. They come out with the ethic practice. Okay, what should you practice when you see your boss? Or what should you talk to your boss? What should you respect your boss? Okay, you respect him not because of man to man, but you respect him because of his status, appointment given by the company. So you have to respect him. But as a man to man, if that guy treat you nice, you treat him nice, then there will be a mutual respect. Okay, respect cannot come in one way. Respect must be in two ways. But in company, in corporate world, sometimes respect only comes in one way. Because he's a boss, you always have to salute him, or in a way respect him because of his status in the company. All right. How does etiquette benefit you? Okay. All right. So in a way, etiquette does benefit you because you have You practice in such a way that you give mutual respect. You maintain your integrity of respecting others. People will respect you, right? Oh, and also based on your job description. If you are a manager, your subordinate will respect you, right? But if you are talking about competitor, how competitive you want to be into the extent of killing him or to the extent of mutual benefit is up to the individual character, because your company tell you about etiquette belief, but you do it likewise differently, then that's up to you to the competitor to see you. All right. And future business may not be that good. Okay. Enable you to be confident in variety of setting with variety of people. Yes. If you have a good ethic value, okay. And for example, you see people, you respect them, you wish them, you shake hand with them, you smile at them. People will somehow show the response towards you. What you do unto others, others will do unto you. That is what religious is all about. Right? You have you have to respect people, then people can respect you. Right? So honor, commitment to excellence and quality. Of course. Okay. How do you want your people to respect you? Your commitment is whether you are excel in your job, excel as a production manager or as a technician or as a engineer, and the quality of you promoting the type of impression of you in relation to the company organization of your company role and responsibility. If you can show that kind of commitment, people will respect you. Once they respect you, easy to work. Okay. Modify distracting behavior and develop admire conduct. Definitely. All of us want to be admired. All right. Any place, whether you are handsome or beautiful or not beautiful, as long your behavior is correct in a proper so-called market behavior, for example, people will respect you. They will show you concern. And if that asset you can bring you up, that is very, very good, right? Be one step ahead, practice the social skill necessary to help you make a great impression, stand out in a competitive job market. Okay? So you can see that it's always, okay, as an employee, you always have to maintain that type of social skill or social norm that is mostly practiced in the market. Okay. So what is the topic to consider? Etiquette, basic critical etiquette topic to consider. Professional appearance, office etiquette, dining, table manners, and networking, right? Basically, you want people to respect you, then you must practice. These are the few considerations that you have to do. For example, etiquette basic. So you meet people, you politely wish people good morning or good afternoon. How are you, sir? Good morning. This type of respect. Second one is professional appearance. Let's say you go for a sales meeting. Of course, you must dress professionally. Instead of wearing a Bermuda and t-shirt, you must wear something like a tie or a long sleeve shirt and a dress pant and a shoe. Okay? And this is what the appearance to be as a sales people. Office etiquette, when you go to office, you work together with your colleague, okay? There must be joke, talking, okay? thinking about office administration matter, but the way that you express, do not practice to the set to like a bossy talk. That means you are the boss, you express your frustration or your cannot. You have to do it professionally. You do it ethically. That means to say, show them respect. Even they make a mistake, you have to discuss with them and seek their advice or suggestion so that you can, from there, you can make a decision. All right. So once you have this so-called closed loop communication, the company environment will be very good. All right. Dining and table manner, I think each culture have their own way of manners in terms of dining and table manners. All right. Okay. Indian, you like to eat with the hand. Chinese like to eat with the spoon and the chopstick. Right. Right. Oh. So there's a different way of doing things. Korean, they like to eat with the chopstick and the spoon. Japanese, same. Right. So these are on the Eastern culture. But the Asia culture, most of them they use hand. Okay. But you look at the Western, they use forks and spoon. Okay. So it's a different manner of eating with them. Right. With people, different race. And the food that they take, normally most of them are Western food. For example, hamburger lah, beef and shallot, all these things. But Indian are all mostly curry related. But Chinese is mostly all a blend of anything that is palatable to their mouth, they will take. Right? So there's a manner in the dining table. Let's say you have friend or rather your colleague working in the same company, but you have your lunch or dinner in a canteen cafeteria. Of course, people must queue up, must respect each other with the tray and etc. Right? So this is one of them. And networking is very important because when you do business, you don't have network, your business will fail. Definitely will fail. Right? So take note of that. Okay. Etiquette basic technical related skill are a must. Okay, but they are not sufficient when it comes to progressing up the ladder. All right. Besides the technical skill and the core skill that you need for your job function. Okay, this is for you to work as what the company require. Company require you because of your skill, technical skill, core skill, right? From that, they recruited in to do the job, but not enough. You want to progress further, you want to communicate with others, your etiquette value must be there. So you must know how to talk to people, convince people, so that end of the day, you will, all right, recognized by the company. Okay? When the traditional paternalistic view of leadership, okay, become professional pass. Professional manager expect their team to be proactive and communicate openly. Okay, this is the way to work in a company. But most company employee, they don't communicate. They only communicate when there is a requirement. But generally, we have in company they have to communicate, but not on other things, only on work. Okay. Soft skills are very important in business. It's an essential to be technically sound, and one should also have the ability to convey the idea to the masses. All right. For example, you are a technical manager, you need to explain to your customer the technical aspect, right? Or you need to conduct training, okay, for certain equipment operation. You have to explain. So soft skill is very important. The way that you do presentation, the way that you talk, how you talk, right? All these things will play a part in your personal grooming to become a leader. Okay. Okay. Creating a positive image. right? In any company, to progress, not necessary to have, of course, you must have technical skill, okay? You must have a skill set. Okay, these are the two primary criteria that you need. But beyond that, in order to build up the relationship, in order to get more sales, okay, how are you going to improve yourself that your customer, your internal customer, your external customer understand and know you are the person that can be discussed, can be communicated, can be raised the problem, and they know that by and large, you can help them to solve the problem with your company. So all these are value you must have when you work in a company so that you can progress further. Okay, so the behavior in such, it say here is attitude, positive attitude, pleasant demeanor, use a firm handshake. All right, depend on the crowd. Today we use knuckle, okay, knuckle kissing like that. That's all, because of COVID, right? Now become two things: handshake or knuckle shake. All right, maintain eye contact. Of course, maintain eye contact not too long, right? So that means you see him, hi, how are you? Eye to eye. After a few seconds, go out already. Don't maintain contact very long. People will say that you have something wrong with you. Okay. Appropriate introduction, right? You introduce yourself as a doctor, Mr. or Mrs. or whatever, right? That means you inform people who you are before you communicate, right? Rise when you are introducing someone, of course, right? So you will bring a new employee in, you talk to your colleague and bring in to your colleague. All of them must stand up and say, okay, shake hand, then you sit down, right? Non-verbal communication is very important, okay? So when you are doing a presentation, you know how the crowd behave because you look at their non-verbal communication. They sit in the office, either they're sleeping or whatever, they pay more attention, their eye open up and look at you every time. That is good, right? So you will know and you have to assess yourself how to create a positive image to that person, to that group. Okay, some common respect, consideration for others, right? Okay, always must respect people, as I say, right? So do you have this? Okay, have or don't have is up to you to think about it, huh? Okay, if your answer is no, then you know it is time to approach either a training organization or consultant or learn them yourself. Okay. Will formal training enhance your soft skill? Yes, to a certain extent. All right. Okay. The answer is harsh but real. A real professional who want to do well in his or career does not really have a choice. All right. Everywhere the same. In Singapore, in India, all this, you know how to play in a way to promote yourself for your future development. You can, if you want to do it, right? So technical ability is a must, right? Whenever, however, come to growing in an organization, it is your personality that matter. More so in large organization where several people with similar technical expertise will compete for a position. Okay, this is very true, especially in project management, right? Yeah, a lot of people know how to do a project. Okay, but how you convince your boss, your client, that is where you add value to the organization and add value to your future career development, right? So very important in today's world is more on convincing the people in a polite way, in a professional way. Okay, so your personality play a very good part in your career development. Take note of that. Okay. So appearance, I don't want to talk about. Okay, hair, mustache, all these things you have to keep yourself neat and clean. All right. Wardrobe, this one, forget it. Okay, now work attire, you can see. In Singapore, we don't wear coat unless you have a really high function, okay, high activity. All right. Oh. So business casual wardrobe for women, dress pant, blouse, sari, anything. For men, slack and khaki pant, polo shirt or color dress shirt, whatever. All right. But please don't wear something sloppy. Okay. Okay. Casual attire, you can see all this.
Last
Hello, hello. Okay. Office etiquette, telephone, okay, the way that you answer the phone, all these things I don't need to tell you, you know what to do. All right. Email, again, the way of writing, presenting, to let the audience know, to let the receiver know what's your email, the standard way of doing things. Okay. Always end with a regard or best regard or thank you. Okay. And keep it short, right? Okay, cubicle, I think in office, you know, cubicle, we don't talk to each other unless there's a work concern. When there's a break, then we talk together. Okay, you must able to maintain that discipline in the office, right? Some bosses don't like their staff to talk and talk, right? So attending meeting, of course, you must show that you are able to listen carefully, okay, mentally prepare for the meeting, okay, be articulate when you speak to your boss or to whoever, and respect each other when you talk. Someone talk, you don't talk, right? So there's always a on and off, but don't on both of you. Then the whole meeting will disrupted, right? Get to know your work culture. That's very important. In any organization, you must know how the culture like. For example, here he said norm, lunch break, tea break, meeting, office politics, all these things you must. The day that you join a company, you must learn about the office politics, how these people work around, in their way of work every day, how they have meeting, how they play politics. Is a very difficult part to learn. But through the years, few years or few months, you work in the company, you roughly know what kind of politics they are doing. All right. Find out what the organization value is, philosophy of conducting business and work ethic, right? So all these things can assess if you pay particular attention to the organization communication system. Okay. So office ethic, don't talk. Okay, don't talk too often. Right? Don't be busybody. Put it this way. You talk only work toward the work. But you want to talk other thing, like hobby, all this thing, don't talk in the office. Office is a working hour, right? You can have this type of general talking in your break or when you go home. Okay, you can go out for a drink, but don't ever talk out of the job description in the office, right? Okay, making positive impression. So you have to remember your manners, recognize what you do early on will be magnified. Okay, be ready to learn and adapt and change. Exercise professional maturity by showing good judgment and build good relationship. So all this positive impression, okay, once you work in a company, you must learn to adapt and change according to the company requirement, not to your requirement. You don't ask someone to change to your requirement because you just join a company. You are not the boss, right? So you have to learn and study how the people behave based on the company requirement. That's all. Okay. Right. Show respect, healthy respect, positive attitude when you come to do your work. Okay. Leave personal life at the front door. That means to say, whatever home problem, don't go and think about it. Come inside the workplace, just do your job, and time to go back, you go back. That's all. Inquire about proper way to respond to co-workers, supervisor, all this. All this, your HR should be able to guide you through, or your boss, right? Then appropriate dining, the dining I don't want to talk about, because everywhere they have, depend on your race. Right? And for example, in Singapore, we have multiracial. So when we come to eating food, very troublesome, because Indian don't eat beef. Malay or Muslim eat beef. So we have this problem. Buddhists don't eat beef. Right? You see? And those health conscious people, they don't like to eat beef. So you have all these people mixed together. How are you going to organize a dinner, a dining for the company, on behalf of the company? So not so easy when you do the sort of arrangement. And come to the dining on time, right? When you come to dining, company say, hey, 7 p.m. you will be around. Sometimes people delay, 7:30 come in, and they never apologize. They just come in and sit down. Then they will tell you, oh, I'm busy, I got this, you know. This should not be practiced, right? So when you come exactly at the same time, okay? Oh, the rest I don't want to explain. Order easy food to eat. Don't order the most expensive item. All these things is up to the company budget, and the manager present in the dining day, he will decide, right? Okay. Or when you eat, don't talk. When you talk, don't eat. That's very simple. Okay. Setting all these are extra. Okay. All this so-called the etiquette value during the dining, you should know. Okay. I don't want to talk about this. These are all up to you. You see, this talk about napkin, all this. I think this is teaching primary school children. You are adult already, you know what to do, right? Okay, I don't know why the note is here. Okay, what is not appropriate? No swearing, no loud during dining. No loud and obnoxious behavior. That means to say you're drunk already. Let's say if your dining got liquor and beer, all this, then you drink too much drunk, then you anyhow talk. That's no good behavior of you. Okay. Last time I worked in a company, I have one guy who is quite a high position. He's an assistant manager, right? So he like to drink liquor, drink until drunk. He quarrel with the colleague and almost end up fighting with the colleague. Okay, after that, HR, the people complain about him, the behavior. And in 1 week time, he was asked to leave the company. That's no good, all right? So please bear in mind when you're drunk, you go to office dining, don't make yourself drunk to that level. Then you start cursing and swearing your boss. That's no good. That type of behavior should be avoided. Okay? And when you talk about something common, don't talk about something is very sensitive, like you talk about religion. Right? You are Christian, I'm Christian, and you two go and talk to one Hinduism people, then talk about religious belief, then there will be a lot of argument. Don't talk about that, right? Okay, networking is very important for your own business, okay, for your own good, for the company. Okay, you must do that so that you can have more wider perspective, more wider group, so that in case of you don't have a job, right, the company said because of economic downturn, terminate your services, then you can find other way. Take for instance like me, like 2 weeks ago in a coffee shop, I met this guy, 70 years old, right? Okay, he's a very rich person. I didn't know. Every time I see him, I thought that he's just a normal worker. So one day, other coffee shop table don't have a seat for him. Then my table there got two seat available. So he come to me, he asked me, can I sit? I said, okay, fine. Then I start a conversation. I say, I introduce myself, so and so, so. Right. So after that talking, and then I realized that he's a business development manager. Okay. Doing what? Facility management, security management, cleaning management. And he know a lot of people, even know our Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong. I was shocked. I didn't know that he's such a big shot. And he's a multi-millionaire. He drive a Mercedes. His son drive a Mercedes. His second son also drive Mercedes. Whole family drive Mercedes. Stay in my area there. Then I listened to him. I got shocked of his life. Huh? And last time he was a police inspector. He's in the police. Oh. So now he's 70 years old. He's still working for his friend, one of his close friends, as a business development manager. Okay, he drive Mercedes SLK. SLK is a Mercedes sport Mercedes. He drive to work. Okay. Then I was sitting down and talking to him. Then he said, I asked him, can you help me to find a job? Then quickly he said, okay, you send your resume to him. He will look for a job. He sent out. Now, this morning I met him. He sent out my resume to all his friends, all his buddy doing facility, doing security, anything. Right. So he said, next 1-2 weeks, they will start calling you. Don't worry. Sure get job one. You see. So networking is very important. So you must know who are the people you know. Don't network with somebody that cannot add value to yourself. I don't do that. If I talk to first person, if the person don't add value to me, I try to move away from him because it doesn't add value to me. What for? Right? So we human have to be selfish, but you also need all kind of people. But you know the people is, if your character good, okay, you still maintain the friendship and anything. But if you meet a character that capitalize on you, better don't mix around. Right? So this is where networking is very, very important. Okay? Take note of that. So any question? Can you show your face again? Because today just come in about 19 people. How come today got so many people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 only. Okay. Bavuna, Bavuna, show your face. I want to take picture again. The earlier one not counted because the attendance is not full. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, got so many people. Okay, can you show your face, please? Kavyarasan, Jose Babu, Abdul Rahim, Kama Jenny, new member. Just join one. Nivita, Ravan, Rivan, Jose, where are you? Nivita. Puvana, the note, the assignment you sent early on, the 2 assignment is a previous one. Previous already marked already. You don't send to me again. The old one don't send. I want the latest one. You send the old one, no point. If I don't mark, that means I don't mark already. Okay? Understand, Bhuvana? I'm telling you,
Yes, sir.
you don't send so many things, I confuse. Okay? Okay, please put your face there. Okay, please put your face because we just spoke to Nanyang College. They want to see the attendant with the face there. Because the government inspect, you don't show your face, that means you are not present. Then your attendant never reach 75. Whatever you do, your paper are not counted. Let me tell you this. So you must, please, when I ask you, don't be like baby like that. I must keep on telling you, you are not adult, no. Oh, don't behave like a kid like that. I have to spoon feed you. Use milk bottle to spoon feed your mouth. Cannot be, right? Oh, please understand that. You see, like, I talk to you, some of you also don't bother me. I think go back to class better. Do you want to have class face to face now? Huh? Okay. Okay. Any question?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
Okay, you I will send this practice assignment tomorrow morning, right? Then I ask the Miss Ma to send to you. Okay, so today is Wednesday, so Thursday no lesson. Today Tuesday only, right? So Wednesday no lesson. If you need that extra day, you go and tell Miss Ma. So Friday, then we have lesson. Otherwise, will be Thursday lah. Oh. Do you want 2 day or 1 day? Hello? No reply. So okay, nothing, we can go. Hello?
Okay, sir.
Okay, bye-bye.
Sir.
Yeah,
Bye bye.
bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you.